At 39 years old, I've given myself 18 months to learn how to ride motocross and to get into the best shape of my life in order to compete in Trans World's Ultimate Amateur Series. From my home park at Milestone MX, I'll begin my career as a total novice. I'm talking falling off the turnip truck noob. I couldn't tell you anything about motocross other than ESPN has great coverage. It's an MX guide for dummies. It's the rookie meets rad, but it's about motocross and not BMX. And it's nothing like Nitro Circus because I have absolutely no idea what the hell I'm doing. This is simply about what it takes for one man having a midlife crisis to prepare for competitive racing. So the question is, will this jackass make the gate at Glen Helen, or will I end up in a body cast? This is MX Yoga. Before we get started, it needs to be acknowledged that motocross is not something you should simply jump into. It is an inherently dangerous sport with often permanent consequences. So please don't do anything that you see in this video unless you have professional instruction on a closed course and are willing to get down and dirty. For most, learning how to ride motocross at 38, the first question is why? But we aren't going to get there yet. We're going to start with how. Step 1, the bike. My buddy Dave hooked me up with an 06 Honda CRF 450R. From what everybody says, it is bulletproof and a perfect starter bike for me to get a feel to see if this is even going to get out of the gates. Step 2, safety first. I got hooked up with a lid, riding jersey, pants, roost guard, and I added to the mix arm and shin guards, and now I'm ready for battle. Step 3, if you can't kick it, you can't ride it. Here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, doctor in the house.
What's up, dude? About to go bropping, dude.
Reiki master Dave Sequist, gonna take us through some hills.
Up and downs. Third gear, should be good.
So I go out riding with my buddy Dave. He's a pro downhill rider. He's the most radical guy I know. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. His body is a temple. He sends off 30-foot faces with 8 inches of travel. He's insane. But he cannot raid a trail to save his life.
Yeah. He was huffing and puffing. I forgot that he was totally out of shape because he hasn't been riding a while. And he was just dying. It was definitely your beginner guy, first time on the bike.
I came up this, and then it pitched me sideways.
I was like, okay, well, this guy's got a lot of work to do.
That was a rush.
Step 4, video feedback. In layman's terms, video feedback is simply filming yourself and then watching it over again to learn from your mistakes and to make yourself better. And that's essentially what I got the idea here. This all started with a unique opportunity I had to work with number 33 Josh Grant, shooting aerial footage of him doing practice laps. And we were up close, we were personal. And it was right then, that was really the spark of MX Yoga. It was like where I really could see in that slow-mo footage, you know, when he grabbed some throttle, or he needed to grab the clutch, or he needed to hit the brake. You know, you could see the precise moments in his movements and how he manipulated that bike. And it was just awe-inspiring and something that just basically turned on in me and said, I want to do that. And after spending hours and hours and hours poring over and breaking down the technical mechanics of this pro rider, I now had my baseline, which basically led me to step 5. I just had to get out and do it. And after my first ride with Dave, essentially falling off the mountain like 3 or 4 times. I wasn't feeling too high on my technical abilities. And then you load into the parking lot and you're trying to get your pregame, stretching, dressing, doing your work on your bike. People come up to you and go, "Hey bro, how long you been riding?"
Well, watched on television, of course.
You've seen it on television?
ESPN. The coverage is excellent. You'd be surprised at how much you can pick up.
I'm sure I would.
MX Yoga, day 3, Milestone MX Park. What I'm going to be focusing on today is just trying to find a rhythm. I'm working on mechanics and just making sure that I progress safely. The last time we were out here, I was tired, I was hurting, and I went out for one more and ended up going over the handlebars. Very fortunately was able to get up, walk away from it, and have a good laugh.
Hey, I'm pretty soft dirt right now.
I know that's not always going to be the case, so now I've got to just kind of focus on doing this safely.
Look, I'll admit, on the surface it looks a little bit crazy, but I'm an adrenaline junkie having a midlife crisis. What am I gonna do? And being married with 4 boys, safety is a top priority. So essentially, I'm gonna take 25 years of baseball training and try and translate that into motocross. And I've got 18 months to do it. Alright, so like after the first week, I'm hurting. I'm hurting in places I've never hurt before. Nothing in my life has ever prepared me for the type of workout that motocross is. I'm just going out there trying to get comfortable on the bike and turning laps, and I'm the slowest guy on the track. It was like everybody's out to get you, and you're the slow guy, and it's like you've got a target on your back, and everybody's gunning for you. They're gonna shoot you off that course because you have no business out there. It wouldn't be so bad if it wouldn't be that you're just getting roosted by like 8-year-olds that are flying by you 50 miles an hour faster than you are. It's like, you know, there's lots of places I thought I'd be when I was almost 4 years old, and that's not high on the list. You learn sooner or later that, like, hey, don't be directly behind them. You don't get roosted. now that I got about a month of riding under my belt, I can tell you most definitely it's going to be a very, very long road. I don't even know that 18 months is even realistic at this point. It's just about seat time. I've got to get out there and turn the laps, spend the time. Right now, the key part of my progression is just about keeping my vision long, my elbows up, riding on the balls of my feet, and holding onto the bike with my knees and not my hands. If I continue on this pace, I'll get to a comfort level. Right now, I haven't gone above 65%, and I'm sure that I'll progress. And we'll start seeing the lap times start going down and down. But right now, I'm just trying to progress safely and trying to get to episode number 2. So we'll see.